Good morning from Northampton. I'm not too sure how to put this because since I actually solved the Diana 17 post 100 questions, how she survived or faked her death, then basically that all coincided with the Greg Hallett sort of story. And I've been following MC for Truth because he's been investigating it. And I watched the video with him and Natalie. Natalie says that she met Greg in a church, which, if he is Mashiach, Messiah Christ, would make sense because he's in a church, it's a holy place, he's got protection. A few questions that MC could have actually asked when Natalie brought up that the one that she met isn't the same as on the Guerrilla Democracy News website under the picture of probably Natalie's Greg Hallett, because there is a distinct difference facially between the one that is currently in circulation, so to speak. So my point is, Greg Hallett on Democracy News back in 2014 is Natalie's Greg Hallett, but a month later, because the one with Natalie has said that he is supposed to have been killed or he's dead or something, or in hiding because of the fact of who he possibly could be. This is where I'm going with it, okay? We know at the moment there's a lot of people that aren't who they are, and basically that's the one that I want to go down, because the one where it says that Natalie's Greg might be dead, sorry for the poetry, but a month later on that website, because where it says that he's alive, there is nothing like the Able Danger link connection with, I think it's John Patterson or Patterson, I don't know how it's only got one T, so I will say Patterson rather than Patterson. On the one that it says that he's dead, under where John Patterson has said what like is the reporter, there's an Able Danger link. You hover onto that, and this is the point. This is the point, because part of the news on 700 Post says about the news. Well, that webpage is Guerrilla Democracy News. With Greg Hallett being dead and the John Patterson that actually reported it, the Able Danger link takes you to a Russian porn site, which is something that I actually pointed out to MC of Truth. So you can imagine my frustration when I'm giving people a little bit of information that I'm not into porn. That's just it. Do you know what I mean? Right? So I'm trying to give it to a bloke who, if he goes onto the website, will probably find something else to carry this further, because there's obviously a connection between the Russian link that they're trying to do, democracy, Democrats, with POTUS, which has now, it's out in the open that the Clintons were behind it and everything else. And Prime Minister with a Y put up a video a couple of days ago, like I said, and it starts off with Able Danger and basically thanking you for info sharing, facial recognition, and then it goes into 107 and a little bit of information, and then it goes on to where Obama is at that presidential dinner thing where Trump is sat there right in the middle, and Obama's going on about his birth certificate. And basically, as soon as Obama opens his mouth, you can see Trump just looking, because Trump knew that as soon as Obama opened his mouth, he was lying. He was lying, and this is what it's all about. So I think that Natalie's Greg is safe. Don't quite add up, if you get me, because everything on Greg Hallett's YouTube channel and Mahoney's and Charlie Ward's are all repeating stuff from ages ago and putting it back, or doing it so it's 3 months ago, so it looks like it's new material, but it's not. It's all repeats, it's all repeats, it's all repeats. So I'm trying to, like, I'm asking for help. I've called the people that are concerned with this, because, you know, I'm new to this video blogging. I'm usually a keyboard warrior, getting the information and sharing it out on Facebook. So I don't like, well, I don't like people that aren't willing to give a little bit and help me try and make sense of this, because there's obviously something going on. There's a lot of people that aren't who they are out there. I've already mentioned in my help to why is this relevant and everything else. I've already done that. I've had confirmation from Jack Kidd, who is Diana's cousin through marriage. That was through a Facebook message where he put up the picture of Trump outside the church with the Bible. That's the confirmation. God wins. Then there was Charlie Ward yesterday with a lady who does heraldry, coats of arms and standards and things like that. And that's when it is revealed that Donald J. Trump is of the royal line of the King Judah, going back thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago. Do you know what I mean? Right. So this is all relevant, because if what I think and feel is supposed to be happening with the big reveal, to keep Natalie's Greg safe would mean putting somebody out there that represents both Diana and Donald J. Trump and Greg Hallett, as in Natalie's Greg Hallett, and not as in Mahoney's Greg Hallett, because to keep Natalie's Greg safe, they've got to put somebody out there that is kind of like doing a little bit of the storytelling. The bad acting, it's I still think it's kind of like Mahoney, because he's an actor, was Jack Kidd isn't. So I'm gonna go with that at this moment and try and get people to realise that what's on the cue boards and on post 100 has been taken down. So I would assume that particular post is finished, but there's still connections out there. So the fact that Greg being dead on the Democrat Twitter site would tell me that this is back in 2014, so 6 years ago. So he looks like the one that is supposed to be Natalie's one, because he's got a fatter face. Now, the Greg Hallett that Mahoney is with, I would assume, is a really bad lookalike, because he looks more like the devil than anything else. I'm not being funny, but, you know, Natalie said when she met her Greg in the church, and she promptly got police trouble for it, and her friend Jill, I do listen, I do pay attention. That wouldn't sit right with me. That wouldn't sit right with me. So basically, I'm putting this out there. Make of it what you will, but there's more to this than what we're led to believe. And the fact that it's a porn site would tell me that, you know, if you're over the age of 18 and you're a consensual adult, get on with it. Do you mean what? But as long as it doesn't involve children. That's the main thing. That's where I'm going with this, because Greg being the storyteller, as in Mahoney's Greg, yeah, is very, like I said before in my previous video, is very obnoxious. He is acting how people would assume Trump would by being, egomaniac or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Right, But if you're Trump and you know your bloodline, and you know that it's going to put you in the position that your family from the past is entitled to, like all of us, we're supposed to be having this Jasara where everyone's equal. And the documentary that Charlie Ward did with the lady, sorry, I forgot your name, but as soon as she did the family history and then it came to Mary Trump, that's the bit that, it's a case of like, well, Charlie reckons that he knew about this a couple of weeks ago. Okay, so once again, the NDAs. But where this is, this whole world is screwed up at the moment. People are frightened out of their tiny little minds, especially the ones that are wearing the mask continually. You're killing yourself slowly. It's suicide. They want to depopulate the planet. When are you going to wake up? Do you know what I mean? Like, take your fucking masks off. Take your mask off and walk about like free fucking people, because it's about time people realise that they ain't going to do anything while you're still doing this. They're going to keep on with the tyranny. They're going to keep on with the tyranny. Take your masks off. Show them who's boss, because at the end of the day, while they're in power, we're still their bosses. We haven't got to listen to them. If we know in our hearts and common sense, which seems to be lacking these days, they're basically, you're falling into their trap. Do you want to die? This is what I say to people out on the street. Like, take your mask off. Do you want to die? They use the term slow kill. That's what's in the things that they put in your body for colds and flu and everything else. Yeah, it's a slow kill. It's about time people woke up. I'm going to end it there because I really need to calm down, because this is really getting to me now. This is really getting to me. There's story upon story upon story. Some are taking it literally, and some people that are just fobbing it off, not asking the right questions, don't want to use the word interrogation, but putting sensible, meaningful, intelligent questions to get the right answer back. If you want to know the truth, ask the right question. The media doesn't do it. The media doesn't do anything apart from bullshit us all the time. So I'm going to just put that out there. It's a Friday. My husband's got a week off. It's my birthday next Friday. I'm having a chilled out week. But I wanted to get this out there just in case the shit hits that fan and we lose our communications with the internet or whatever. I'm putting this out there, and then that way people can think for themselves, take it on board. Seeker and Natalie, I've got some information. I've got some more information, because obviously there's something missing. You're not listening to each other. And I've tried calling Natalie because I understand where she's coming from. I really understand where she's coming from when she says that's not the Greg that she knew that Mahoney is presenting now. And if it's not the same Greg, then where is the real Greg? Is he safe? Is he the one that is this Messiah Christ that done all the research about the royal family and the history of everything? And is he dead? Because at the end of the day, if he found all this out and the deep state got to him, and then these guys, I don't even know what side they're on half the time, because body language and the way that they say things, they sometimes slip up like they're on the dark side, to be honest. So, enough of the shenanigans, enough of the BS. Let's get some facts here. And the only way we can get the facts is we all get together. I'm new to this. I'm new to everything when it comes to putting a video out there. But I'm sat here and I'm listening to things, I'm seeing things, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, that and that comes to this. but there's something missing to bring something else into the picture to get the bigger picture. Do you get me? Little jigsaw puzzles. Yeah, and I've still got a few pieces missing, not up here, but in the picture, for it all to make sense. And that is all I'm asking. You know, a bit more clarity. Let's find the truth. It'd be nice if we actually see Natalie's Greg there, as in that he actually is important to this reveal and the way that this world is going. No one's taking it seriously. No one's taking it seriously. But I'm going to leave this with you. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. And I will see you next time.